structural organization of the chloroplastic genome. We have already studied the chloroplast, structural organization of chloroplast genome and the expression of gene in the chloroplast. And in the previous lecture, we have already studied the structural organization of mitochondrial genome. Today, we will discuss the expression of gene, the expression of mitochondrial gene, the mechanism by which the genes, are expressed in the mitochondria. That is the expression of mitochondrial genes. You know that the expression of gene is completed in two steps. The first step is the transcription, and the second major step is the translation. So for the expression of gene is completed into two steps, which include the transcription and translation. And you know that transcription. What is transcription? Transcription, the genetic information present in the nucleotide sequence of the DNA is transcribed on the mRNA, and this formation of mRNA from DNA is known as the transcription, and the translation and this transcription is followed by the translation, in which the genetic code present on the mRNA encodes the amino acid to be incorporated in the polypeptide chain, and the polypeptide chain in turn acts as the protein. So now today let us see the mechanism of mitochondrial gene expression. Mitochondrial gene expression, just like the prokaryotic gene expression and like the chloroplastic gene expression, the mitochondrial gene expression has resemblance. The mitochondrial gene expression has similarities with the gene expression in the prokaryotes and in the chloroplast. You know that in case of mitochondria, you know that mitochondrial genome is the circular consisting of double-stranded DNA, and there may be a number of copies of the mitochondrial genome, like there may be about 10 to 15 and even more than that copies of the mitochondrial genome in the mitochondria. And as per the requirements, the genes present on the mitochondrial genomes are expressed by the process of involving the process of transcription and translation. So now look at the space, and just I have mentioned that the gene expression in the chloroplast, the gene expression in the bacteria, and the gene expression in the mitochondria are almost similar with some differences. So we are going to know the important features of the transcription of the mitochondrial gene and the special feature of the translation in the mitochondria. So at first we will discuss the transcription of the mitochondrial gene, and you are quite aware with the term transcription. So as far the transcription of the mitochondrial gene present on the mitochondrial genome is concerned, there is presence of only one type of RNA polymerase. RNA polymerase, you all know that it is the RNA polymerase enzyme which catalyzes the process of transcription. Transcription is catalyzed by a RNA polymerase, and you know that RNA polymerase binds at the promoter region to bring about to initiate the process of transcription. So in mitochondria, there is presence of only one type of RNA polymerase, which is the key enzyme. And you know that in case of chloroplast, there is also presence of only one type of the RNA polymerase. In case of bacterial cell, there is also presence of only one type of RNA polymerase. So there is presence of RNA polymerase enzyme for the transcription in the mitochondria. And the mitochondrial, there is a very important point about the transcription. This is a very important feature which I am going to point out now, that the transcription in mitochondria may be symmetrical or may be asymmetrical. These are two very important terminology. Two types of transcription may take place in the mitochondria, which include the symmetrical transcription and asymmetrical transcription. What is the difference between symmetrical and asymmetrical transcription? If the transcription starts from one point, start from the involvement of only one promoter region, the term symmetrical transcription is used. And if the transcription starts from more than one promoter region on the DNA, that type of transcription is known as the asymmetrical transcription. And it is very it is a very important point to note here that in case of mitochondria, there may be presence of a single promoter along a single promoter of the gene, or there may be presence of more than one promoter. As for example, the mitochondrial DNA of the yeast. Mitochondrial DNA of the yeast has 5 promoter regions. How many promoter regions? 5 promoter regions. In case of mitochondrial genome or mitochondrial gene of the yeast, I am not talking about the mitochondrial DNA of the human being. I have in the previous lecture I have described the structure of the human mitochondrial genome, but today I am talking about the transcription and a very special feature of the mitochondrial DNA of the yeast. Yeast, you all know that yeast is a unicellular fungus, and yeast has the mitochondria, and mitochondria has its own genome. So in case of the mitochondrial DNA of the yeast, there is presence of 5 promoter regions, not one. Generally, there is presence of, you know that there is a natural rule that there is always presence of 1 promoter region. In case of mitochondrial DNA, mitochondrial gene of the yeast, there may be presence of 5 promoter regions, and if the transcription starts from more than one promoter region, such transcription is known as asymmetrical transcription. And when the transcription starts from one promoter region, if the transcription involves the binding of RNA polymerase with only one promoter region, and in such case the transcription is known as symmetric, if more than one promoter regions are involved in the process of transcription, such transcription is known as the asymmetrical transcription. And asymmetrical transcription has been reported in the mitochondrial gene of the yeast, not in the mitochondrial DNA of the human beings. So this is the very important point you must remember in your mind, that the differences between the symmetrical and asymmetrical transcription, this is a unique feature. And beside this, the significance or the importance of the mitochondrial transcription is that the promoter region is AT rich region, adenine thymine rich. The promoter region is rich in adenine and thymine. The part of the DNA where the promoter is present, it is rich in the which nucleotides? Adenine, adenosine, and thymidine. So this is another very important feature of the mitochondrial genome and mitochondrial transcription, that the promoter of mitochondrial DNA or mitochondrial gene is rich in AT sequence, and this is the importance. This is the main points about the transcription of the mitochondrial gene. Now let us look at the translation in mitochondria. This is another part of the gene expression. You know that the gene is at first transcribed, then it is translated to produce the polypeptide chain. So the next part of this, when the mRNA is formed, it binds with the ribosome to synthesize the polypeptide chain. So now look at the special feature of the translation in mitochondria. You know, translation in mitochondria. In case of translation in mitochondria, there is presence of 70S type of ribosome. You know that in case of bacteria, in case of chloroplast, and in case of mitochondria, the ribosomes are of 70S type, consisting of the smaller subunit 30S and the larger subunit 50S. Okay, so in case of mitochondria has its own genetic system, has its own infrastructure for the protein synthesis. You know that during the process of translation, what are the requirements? Translation requires the ribosome, tRNA, amino acid, and mRNA. If these four important infrastructures for translation, mRNA is required, tRNA is required, ribosomes are required, and amino acids are required. And you all know that ribosomes act as the factory of protein synthesis. And at first, during the process of protein synthesis, which you might have studied during your 12th class, and in molecular biology, you have to study in detail the mechanism of protein synthesis in prokaryotes and the mechanism of protein synthesis in eukaryotes. You will be asked in your examination to describe the process of transcription in detail. Prokaryotic transcription. There are this topic of protein synthesis are divided into 4 parts. The transcription prokaryote, transcription in eukaryote, translation in prokaryote, translation in eukaryote. And what are the differences between the transcription of the prokaryotic and eukaryotic gene? What are the differences between the translation of prokaryotes and eukaryotes? which you have to study in the molecular biology this year. Besides this, you have to study the transcription factor and translation factor. So when this chapter is over, when this chapter will be over, and you will study all these things, transcription in detail and translation in detail. But on the basis of your knowledge which you have acquired during your 12th class, in 12th you have also to study the transcription and translation. So now I think that it is clear. I think that the term translation and transcription are clear to you. And now let us discuss the important feature of the translation in mitochondria. So just I have told that for the translation, 4 requirements are there. There should be presence of mRNA which have the genetic information coming from the DNA, because it is the why this mRNA is known as messenger DNA, because the genetic information present in the form of nucleotide sequence located on the DNA is copied on the mRNA, and that mRNA carries the genetic information to the factory of protein synthesis, which you know is the ribosome. And as per and according to the message, genetic information present on the mRNA copied from the DNA, you know that the genetic codes are present on the genetic information on the mRNA is present in the form of genetic code, and each genetic code consists of 3 nitrogenous bases. As for example, AUG. AUG is meant for initiation code. It is an initiation codon, and it encodes the methionine. Similarly, the genetic code, you have also to study the genetic code in molecular biology. So all the because I have started this chloroplast and mitochondrial genome, as I have discussed in the previous lecture. Generally, this chapter is taught in the latter half or latter part of this molecular biology class, because since I have taught you the cytoplasmic inheritance, therefore I started to teach this chloroplast DNA and mitochondrial DNA, because extranuclear inheritance, in case of extranuclear inheritance, these 2 topics are included in BSc Part 1. Therefore, I have started this chloroplast genome and mitochondrial genome. Otherwise, I used to teach these 2 things when after teaching the gene expression and protein synthesis. So you have to study all these things, protein synthesis, which will be taught. Now let us see the special feature. So for the process of translation, you know that mRNA, ribosomes, tRNA, and amino acids and enzymes are required, and all these things are present in the mitochondria. Mitochondria have their own ribosomes. Mitochondria have their own tRNA. 22 types. 22 types of tRNA are present in the mitochondria. All the essential amino acids are present in the mitochondrial matrix, and ribosomes are present, and mRNA is also present because it has been transcribed from the mitochondrial DNA. So all the infrastructures are available in the mitochondria for their own protein synthesis. The important, and you know that the translation, just I have told that the transcription and translation in mitochondria and chloroplasts are similar to the transcription and translation in the bacteria. So there are no more important point. There is nothing to be confused. But I will like to point out the important feature of the translation in the mitochondria. So the very important point is that you know that AUG is the initiation codon in all the cases, bacteria, human beings, plants. But in case of mitochondrial DNA, it is not AUG. Rather it is AUA. Look here, that special